Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to dive into one of the most popular clustering algorithm used in machine learning, that is K-means. We'll explain the concept, walk through a practical example with a dataset, and visualize everything with some cool graphs. So if you're ready, let's jump in. First thing first, what is K-mean? So K-mean is an unsupervised machine learning algorithm that groups similar data point together into K clusters. The goal of K-mean is to partition a dataset into K groups, where data points in each group are as similar as possible, while data points in different group are as different as possible. So the K in the K refer to the number of clusters, like this. And the algorithm works by iteratively assigning data points to cluster and adjusting the cluster centroid until the algorithm converges. So how does the K-mean works? Step 1, it's initialize. So choose K initial centroid using random points. Step 2, assignment step. Assign each data point to the closest centroid. So this form the K cluster. And it's calculate the new centroid for each cluster by finding the mean of all the point assigned to it. It's repeat step 2 and 3 until the centroid does not change significantly. And the algorithm keeps repeating this step, refining the clusters until the centroid is stabilized. Now let's try to implement this with some code. So for this example, we'll be using the customer dataset. We'll use features like annual income and spending score to segment customer into distinctive group. And we'll visualize how K-mean works on this data. So for this, first we'll import the necessary libraries and load our dataset. Now let's see the head of this data. So this is the customer dataset. It has the features like customer ID, annual income, and spending score. We'll focus on the annual income and spending score for clustering. So next, we will select the columns that we want to cluster and scale them for a better result. So we'll be using these two columns, and let's standardize the data. So we'll use this standard scaler to scale our X dataset. Now determining the optimal number of clusters. So before running k-means, we need to decide the optimal number of clusters. So we can use the elbow method to find this. The idea is to plot the sum of square distance from each point to its assigned centroids of different value of the k and look for the elbow point. So let me run this and let's plot the elbow. So from this graph, so this is the elbow method for finding the optimal k. And from this graph, we can see the elbow here at K5, meaning K is the optimal number of clusters. Now that we know K is equals to 5, let's apply the K-mean cluster to our data. And finally, let's visualize the cluster using the scatter plot. So each point will be colored based on the assigned cluster. And the C here is the centroid. So here's the visualization of our 5 customer segments. As you can see, the customer are grouped based on their annual income and spending scope. And the centroids are marked as yellow star. And as you can clearly see, the separation between the clusters. So there are 5 clusters and the yellow one is the centroid. So that's a quick introduction to the k-mean algorithm. We have used the real customer data set, walked through the step of the algorithm and visualize the result. K-mean is great for grouping similar data, but keep in mind that number of cluster k need to be chosen wisely. And you can use method like the elbow method or other, there are different methods are available to help with this. Yep, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.